Hello, it is I, Shara. A la buena. I don't know when I'll stop saying it that way. But today I wanted to do a video because I feel like I need to speak some truth. And so this is going to be Truth Talks episode 2. And the highlights are going to be connection through experience and communication. And I learned something today about myself that I'm probably learning and learning and learning. But basically, it's when you give your love away, how you do not feel loved. So that's going to be something I'm going to talk about. And then, there was one more thing I was going to talk about. Different moments, different truths, different beliefs, and how evolution of a person in one moment to the next is not the same as the last moment that you may or may not remember of them, because they had a time frame where they were one way in one moment, and then in this time frame they're another way in another moment. So that is going to be the episode today. I'm going to try to keep it like less than 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to I just wrote down the general, like whatever I wanted to talk about. And so we'll see how that all works out. The date is January 18th, 2023. And just want to make a disclaimer: any information or content that I put out, I do not consent or agree to anyone using it or taking any part of my energy. The only exchange that I want to have is a love to love vibrational exchange. And that is me loving myself. Exactly. Okay. So, the first thing that has been on my mind, do you see my background? Isn't it awesome? I love it. I just got it today. It just came in the mail. This is so beautiful. I love how it fades from like yellow and orange to pink and then purple. And then I was like, I'm wearing pink today, and I got this new. It's rose quartz. Yeah, but I can't take this off because I really love it so much. It's tiger eye, I think, but it's like a fuchsia pink. I just love it so much. I sleep in it. I take a shower in it, like everywhere. It goes with me. But anyways, like I just feel so good when I'm wearing it. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the way, like when I'm doing my videos, like this is basically my intentions of like creating these videos, doing any kind of video really. Um, yes, I do it for myself. I also do it for other people. I do it for it's a balance regardless. I don't just completely do it only for other people, because if I'm not having fun, how are you going to have fun? And that is important to me. So I just wanted to say that when I'm communicating, if I'm expressing my experience, or if a person is expressing their experience, or their expression, their thoughts, their feelings, and like there's two people having the experience, me and the person watching my video. And the person watching my video, has thoughts and feelings and experiences that may be the same or similar to mine, or they might be completely different. And so, what I try to do, or what my intentions are, is to create connection. Because sometimes I feel alone. And if somebody tells me how they feel, or what they're going through, or what they went through, then it makes me feel like, oh, I'm not so alone anymore. Like, I don't feel like I'm just having this journey all by myself. Even though I am having my journey by myself, it still makes me, I'm able to like create a connection with someone because we have something in common. And that's how relationships start. That's how connection is. Like, and then the other thing is that like it just popped into my head right as I was like in the middle of something, is judgment. So I try not to judge, even though you have to make a judgment call. You have to draw the line somewhere, because sometimes there's a moment where there's an experience, a person that you are not choosing to experience anymore. And so you make a judgment call. That's the way it is. Because not everybody is going to understand or know where you are, and not everybody's going to understand or know where I am. The only way is to communicate and speak about your truth, speak about your experience, talk about what you've been through, talk about what you are planning to do with your life, you know, stuff like that. Because the thing that, okay, so it's being reiterated, judgment creates separation. So it's kind of like, if you judge me because of who I am or what I went through or how I expressed myself in a certain way, then there's a difference between straight up judging me and judging, like having a judgment call. Like your expression is, yeah, I don't agree with that. You can have your judgment and you can have it for yourself, and then you are creating a separation between me and you. But if there's a moment where you can be like, okay, well, yeah, I can kind of understand where you're coming from, which is a lot of times what I do. I listen to people, I hear them speak, and I say, how would I feel if I went through that? If I experienced that? Like, what would I be like thinking? Would I be thinking, or would I be thinking, or feeling, or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, what am I going through? And you have to think about, like, there's something I learned from my mom. You have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. And while I say that, it reminds me of a moment I just learned today. So you can understand where someone is at, but that doesn't mean that you have to completely give away your heart, your everything, your money, or whatever. You do not have to completely just hand yourself over to somebody else, because that is like creating separation between you and yourself. I did that because I have a huge heart. They always, anytime I channel, they're like, Christine, you have a grand heart. They always use the word grand. And so I feel like, okay, well, if I have such a grand heart, then I have enough to give to like everybody around me. But with the last experience that I had, I realized that because I had a heart for the other person's experience, and I can understand how they feel or how they have felt, it made me give that part of myself away. And it caused me so much anger, so much pain, so much suffering. I'm not, I'm not giving myself away like that anymore. I am keeping my love for me. And if another person has love the same way that I do, then I'm going to have a loving, energetic exchange with that person, because not everybody is in the love vibration. You honestly cannot force another person to choose to be in the love vibration. They have to choose it for themselves. Regardless if they feel all the love in the world, you cannot force them. You cannot make them be what you want them to be. And it's such a relief, to be honest, when you are able to like walk down the street, talk on the phone, go through Facebook or some other group and see the posts, feel how you feel, and then move on. It's the greatest feeling ever. Then I'm not giving away my power, I'm not giving away my anger, I'm not giving away anything. It makes me feel safe, that I'm taking care of me. I'm loving me. I'm helping me. Cuz the whole time, well, in my experience, most people have just they just give everything away. They just like, oh, I have to do this for this person. Oh, I have to do this here. I have to plan this wedding, or I have to, not saying don't plan weddings. You can help plan a wedding. But like, just like completely depleting yourself is like hurting yourself. And you can look at it like, oh, I feel so good whenever I'm helping somebody else. That's okay. Help the person. Do whatever you can. But when you get to a point where you feel frustrated, angry, whatever, because suffering, pain, because you're not giving enough back to yourself, or the person isn't giving enough back to you, then that's when you have to say, okay, I need to love myself. I need to draw a boundary. I need to make it a point to like hold space for myself, for me, and love me. And that's what I had to do. I've had to do that so many times, so many times. And honestly, it makes me sad. But at this moment in time, this is the way that everything is. But everything is evolving, everything is moving, everything is changing. I used to, there's this thing, I don't know if my mom still does it or not, but just an example, like who I was in my 20s, like who wasn't a shithead in their 20s or their teens or whatever, you know? I mean, I was a shithead fucking 5 years ago still, you know, or 10 years ago, you know? So I'm just saying, like, the evolution of people and the evolution of the earth and the evolution of the collective consciousness, we are growing. And in every moment, not everybody's going to be the same. Just because you had a experience like what I was going to use as my mom's, because she likes to live in the past. Like a lot of people get stuck in timelines. And, you know, at that time, she's like, oh, you're this way. No, I'm not. Nope. Do you see who I am today? Do you see who I am at all? She still kind of sees the old Chrissy, because that's my nickname, Chrissy. Christine is my human name, but whatever. Oh, look at that, the purple. Oh, that's way better. I'm going to try to stay closer. But anyways, so she tends to like live in these timelines where I was a certain way back then. I'm not living there anymore. I don't even remember half the crap that she remembers. So she's like in her own experience having this expression of like an old version of me that doesn't even exist anymore. Like I'm not the same person. Like I woke up in 2012 and I've changed so much since my mom. I don't even think she even understands half the crap that I talk about. I just don't even talk about stuff anymore. I just decided to draw the line there and love myself instead of trying to communicate something that doesn't even make sense to her. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can love somebody, you can try to communicate with somebody, you can try to tell them all day, every day. But if they aren't willing or wanting to have that expression, they're not going to have it. Because ultimately, if you look at it from God's source, we all made a contract to come here. We all made a contract to experience something specific of what we at a soul level wanted to experience. So it doesn't really matter. Like at some point, sometimes there's going to be interactions between two souls where they made an agreement to teach each other. Or like, for example, my higher self, you know, right now, because we're literally creating a new earth, like literally creating it every day. So I think of new things, or I feel new things, or like I'm like, hey, I want to experience this. And she goes and, you know, gets the information from wherever she needs to get it from. And then she starts to create that reality for me. And it happens. Like, for example, in my last video, I don't know if you watched it, but in my last video, I talked about my friend who had a really nice apartment. Literally, I have a nice apartment now. Like it's even like really long, and like hers, and you know what I mean. Like I found something that I truly like loved. I just felt so good, and I kept thinking about it and feeling about it, and then I was like, That's what I want to have for an experience. Like if she can do it, I can do it, you know? And that goes back to my original of like my way of communicating. My expression isn't just me. I'm saying to you, if I can do it, you can do it. I believe in you because I believe in myself. So if I believe in me, then you believe in you. And if you believe in me, then you believe in you. That was a lot of believing. So, okay. Let me just make sure I got all this in here. Okay. So I just want to make sure that I express deeply enough the importance of an even energetic exchange. It's your choice. You can throw your love away to someone who doesn't appreciate it, who doesn't care, who doesn't love you back, just so that they can feel love, so that you think that maybe one day they will love you. But it's up to them. That's their choice. They can be mean, they can be whatever they want. There's no control whatsoever over another person unless a person allows the control to happen. So there's that. Hope I got that through pretty clear. It's not fun to throw your love away to somebody who doesn't care or doesn't appreciate it or doesn't understand the magnitude of what you're actually giving to them. And yeah, you might look at them like they're the ugly duckling or the little duckling that just needed some love. But if they're not acting like a duckling and they're being a fucking asshole, they don't deserve your love. And that's the bottom line. You give your love to yourself. And, let's talk about selfishness. Do you think that's selfish? I don't. I think that's loving me. That's caring about me. That's loving you. It's caring about you, the importance of you. Because who is going to walk down the street next to you if you don't love you? Nobody. You'll just be throwing it away to everybody. And then they'll just kick you in the shins or whatever. I'm not saying it has to be like that, but in general. And not everybody's an infant baby. They have to make their own decisions. They are capable. They are responsible. You're not their mommy. I had to learn that the hard way. Okay. Yeah, I'm good on that. So there's something important that I want to talk about, and I'm gonna after this I'm gonna end it. So there's something that I've learned, and this is I don't know if I've talked about this before, but where is it? Hair. Okay, so I wrote this down, but let me just get it in there. Seeds. It's in the Bible. That's right. So you can plant seeds, but you're not the one who makes it grow. Okay? That person and God makes it grow. If they want the seed to grow, they'll grow it. And you have to realize that as you're growing up, your parents planted a lot of seeds in you. DNA plants a lot of seeds in you. Your soul plants a lot of seeds in you. The collective consciousness plants seeds in you. You pick and choose through your entire existence what you want to experience, what you feel in your energy. That's what grows. The only way it grows is when you feel it. And if you feel it loud enough, or if you're like, oh, I don't like that feeling. Oh, get that away. Then you don't experience it. You're done with it. And if you like are at peace with your decision, that's when you're done with it. You have to be at peace with it. But if you're angry or upset or mad, you're going to keep drawing it in. God is neutral. Generator, operator, destroyer. Neutral. Creation, operation, death. That's it. It's completely neutral. It's a 0 point. So it doesn't matter what your feeling is. You're going to get what you feel the loudest in. So if you feel really loud and love and good happiness and feelings and things, that's wonderful because that's what you're going to experience. And then, okay, so one last thing before I'm done is, shit, I forgot. How did that go out of my brain so fast? What was it? Oh, okay, so now I feel like I need to say this. I sleep every day. When I go to sleep, the next day is a new day. It is. That's the way it is. I don't remember everything. I don't know everything. I can't remember what I said a week ago to somebody sometimes. I'm not perfect. I do have a little bit of I need more herbs and stuff, but that's not the point. The point is that every single day, just like Abraham Hicks says, every single day is a new day. Every single day is a new day. It's a new day. And when you come back to your body, so it's kind of like, okay, so let's say here's my body and here's my soul. When I'm awake, we're together. And when I sleep, we're separate. Excuse me. Came out of nowhere. Sorry. So when I come back to my body, we're together again. I had an experience, I'm just going to use it as an example, and this is to create connection. It's not just to talk about myself, just FYI. I had an experience, okay? I was really sad. I cried really hard. I didn't want to be here no more. But I can't leave my cat. This is the truth. I love her. I love her so much. I chose to stay. But here's the thing. It was devastating what I found out. I'm not going to say it. But that's the truth. I felt sad and painful. Before I went to bed, I asked to be healed. And what I remember, I slept. I completely left my body. I got healing. And when I came back, I felt all the pain that I felt. And slowly throughout the day, I shifted my energy so that I could stop feeling the pain. I do feel a little bit still, just because I'm kind of a little confused and wondering, how do you deal with something? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that every night that you leave and you start fresh, new, when you come back, every day is a new day. You don't have to think the same. You don't have to feel the same. I never understood that whenever they would say that. It's like start over. You get to start over. Even though you're still in the same DNA, you're still in the same energetic whatever, you're still in the same house, you're still in the same whatever. You can still energetically shift yourself when you come back. It can happen. The day before I made my video, January 11th, you probably can notice a change in my energy because I've slowly shifted every day. Because I want to be here. I got stuff to do. I got people to talk to. Got people to love. As long as they love me back. Yeah, that's important. People gotta love you back. Because if they don't, fuck it. Just fuck them. Fuck them. You don't need that shit. But anyways, I hope that this made a lot of sense. I'm not going to talk forever. I always tell people I love them. Because I do. I really love them. I don't know if you can see that in my heart. I really do. I really love people. I love everybody. If I could spend my days just loving everybody and there wouldn't be this huge, the person wouldn't get stuck to me or clung to me or, I need my space. That's all I'm saying. You can't be with me all the time. But I'm just saying, if I could love everybody all day, every day, and everybody could have so much fun, just like loving everybody. That'd be one of the best experiences I could ever have. It'd be great. So, anyways, just want to say I love you. I know I said that already, but still, I love you. And I'll talk to you again. This is Truth Talks episode 2. I thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for loving me. Until next time.